And welcome back to Crypto Hulk Show. Got a great one lined up for you. Yeah, I was watching. We're gonna start off with this. I was watching a video. It was made by Bank XRP. It was regarding David Schwartz at the XRPL Las Vegas, May 4th, 2024. I'm gonna send you the link so you can watch like the first 30, like 1 minute or so you can get a sense of what's going on. Let me post that right now. I'm going to show you something. I'm not putting down Bank XRP at all. I'm showing you a video on how foolish it is there. Need a hall pass. River cruise tonight. Oh, man. I'm not doing a show. Oh, he's on a river cruise tonight, like right now. Oh, Thailand. It's awesome. One day I'll be going there, Dennis. Check out Thailand. Let's see who's some of the first 5 people here. Gotcha. S Harib -01. Cup of coffee. IBEW Dan. Gordon Logan and Jersey Kathy. Okay, now I showed you that video. I'm going to go over it now. We're going to play. I'll play it on my end. I'll kind of narrate it. We'll start at the very 0 mark. Maybe we'll watch it for 1 to 2 minutes, and then I'll give you Crypto Hulk's interpretation of this whole fiasco, what we call Ripple Las Vegas. Truly sad. Very, very sad. You know, all these people go there, get their hopes up. Okay. So I'm going to start this video and narrate it. I'll give you a countdown on when we can start so you can synchronize the time. I have it back at 0. I got the clock set at 0. Okay, here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, push. So David Schwartz says Ripple was going to come out with a stable coin. And I just don't know like why it's such a big secret. Because he's like, well, once we talked to our partners, we decided it's going to get out anyway. So it's kind of like I told you, they're not going to release things. They're not going to tell you. Let's move on. I'm at the 19-second mark. So now I'm going to hit go. Stable coins. Stable coins are integral to DeFi. I've never heard him say that before. Let's continue. So now we're at the 28-second mark. 28 seconds. Let me continue. At the 45-second mark, totally agree. XRP is not going to solve all the solutions, this and that. We know that. You can only put so much stuff on a ledger before it bogs it down. You're making it do too much and you lose the original intent. It slows it down, makes it open to hacking, stuff like that. So that part we agree with. He talks about how stable coins working with the ledger and other cryptos and stuff, it all helps. And that part's totally true. I'm just wondering why they have to keep everything secretive. He says it about the 1 minute section, 1 minute to 1 minute and three section, that what makes the internet good is there's so many different kinds of service providers and stuff. And that's true. They all do different things. Now, what I wanted to get into and what he said here, he starts talking about automated market makers. So it seems like the first 5 minutes of this, they're talking about the stable coin. Okay, right at about the 5 minute, 30-second mark, what happens is the conversation shifts from stable coins to automated market makers. Here's what I wanted to start on the show today with. Just and I'm gonna leave it at that from minute 5 to minute 26. The video is 26 minutes long. I'm done reviewing the portion I wanted to. They start off for about 4.5 minutes or so, maybe close to 5, talking about stable coins and what should we name the XRP stable coin, and everybody's laughing or whatever. Okay. I don't really see the humor in that, but I'm just reporting the facts here. So 4 minutes, 45 seconds into this video, there's like a kind of like a soft shift into automated market making. Okay. And how this was recently released to the world. And Crypto Hulk, well, calls bullshit on that. Of course, here's the evidence. See, and it's so sad that these people in the audience have no fucking clue. Let me do a copy paste. All right, so we got that. Ripple China. Let's go to the first off, go to the 23-second mark. 23-second mark. What you're looking at, see, what nobody in the audience knows. If you're looking here, you're looking at Ripple China. So we know that Ripple, I don't have it on this particular video. I've shown it before, like a few days ago. You have Justin Sun, who used to work for Ripple, who introduced and taught and broke down to the Chinese government all about Ripple and the money system. Ripple itself, now let's move forward from that section to the 23-second mark. Look at the video I just sent you, 23-second mark. It's clear right here. You got Ripple China. It was made in November 30th, 2013. It's the CNY, the Chinese yuan. That's their crypto. Ripple helped them make that. No other channel knows this. It's fascinating, but I guess no other channels talk about it. I haven't seen it. I've been watching crypto for 4 years. I have not seen this at all, except on my channel, of course. So what we got there, that's Ripple China. That's all brilliantly done. Brilliant investigative job, Crypto Hulk. Now we're going to move forward, and I'm going to show you something on this video. You have something, okay, go to the 44-second mark. 44-second mark. What do we have here? We have something called Ripple Dividend, okay? And if you look above that in the 44-second mark, you'll see Ripple Chinese Forum, Ripple Chinese Community, China's best Ripple Communication Forum. Crypto Hulk, what's with all this China stuff? This is what David Schwartz, but nobody in the audience knows because they have no clue. Like they're just, hey, look, people go to Ripple Las Vegas because they want to try to be somebody. they're lacking something in their life, which is knowledge. They're lacking knowledge because they're watching dumb shit um, content producers. I'm showing you something from 2014. I'm showing you something from 10 years ago. That Ripple was all up, made the Chinese money. You got the Ripple Chinese forums. I'm showing you right here. There's something called Ripple dividend, which all this stuff's important. So I'm going to show you why here in a minute. Let me key up my. Okay, let me back this up. So they're talking about market making here, Ripple dividend. This is the same thing David Schwartz was talking about earlier in that 26-minute video. So in the 1 minute, 6 second mark, not one person in the audience brought this up. And it's okay because these people don't know anything. They're watching the wrong crypto channels. There's something called XMM, and it's a market making fund. This is what David Schwartz was talking about. He wasn't talking about XMM. David Schwartz is talking about market makers, people that provide arbitrage, and this and that for crypto trading and stuff. But what not one person in the audience brought up because they don't know is XMM. So when David Schwartz like, yeah, when we brought automated market making, through the XLS flux capacitor and Marty McFly and all this stuff. Okay. This automated market making stuff came out 10 years ago in China. Oh, crypto hope. You just leveled the playing field. Yeah. What we got here, I already showed you the dates. It's 2014. There's something called XMM. It's under a program called Ripple Dividend in China. Nobody's talking about this at Ripple Las Vegas. If you want the real news, you go to Crypto Hulk channel, tell you. So you got Ripple, the secretive company that's not your friend. Okay. I know you go to Las Vegas, you want to be everybody's buddy and hang out. You want to become a part of something. I understand. I totally understand why you went. Lord help you. There's something called XMM back 10 years ago. This is a nonprofit experimental project. Experiment. So here it is right there, brand new and fresh just for you. It was actually called XMM back in the day. This was an experimental project. And trust and believe, it did not take them 10 years to finally launch it to the world. They've been using this shit. I don't know. I'm going to just guess. The experimental project called XMM probably took about a year, 2 or 3 at the most. Here we are 10 years later. Ripple releases that to the public, and everybody starts getting stiffies and stuff. It's sad, but this shit's been done like 10 years ago. They already know about all this. What's even more interesting is that, so now let's move a little more forward here with my show. If you go to the 1 minute, 10 second mark, you can see it a little bit better. Shows right there. XMMs. That's how you'd make dividends. Kind of sounds like a security to me, but what do I know, right? I just have the evidence. What do I know? I'm the only channel with the evidence. What the fuck do I know, right? Okay. If you go to the 1 minute, 28 second mark, you're going to see that 10 cent and Weibo, which is like WeChat and all that. They're all mixed up with Ripple. You can see the word Ripple on the same, about this far apart from 10 cent and WeChat. Now, what's interesting is at this conference, nobody from the audience calls this out. These people have no fucking clue what's going on. They just want to sit on their fat little asses and try to be a part of something that they're just not supposed to be a part of. Okay. I'm showing you evidence right here that David Schwartz was in that clip was talking about the early days that China and America were working together to solve the payments problem of the world. He's not talking about that, is he? In that 26-minute clip? No, he's not. There's not one mention of XMM, Ripple dividend, the Chinese Ripple community, Tencent and Weibo mixed in with Ripple. There's no talk of any of that. But I do have a question. I mean, what I said before, that's no big deal, right? That's 10 years old. That's no big deal, Crypto Hulk. But what I'd be interested also in asking David Schwartz, all that stuff, how do you get like Chinese corporate? But my biggest question is, David Schwartz, China is like our enemy. We presume, according to the news media, that never lies to us. China's our enemy. So how is it that Ripple, the company, was involved in helping China make their digital yuan? That came out about 10 years ago. Everybody knows, but nobody knows that Ripple was the one that helped them. That's one question I have is, what do you think of that? A Chinese communist country where Ripple actively helped them. I showed on my website, Justin Sun was the point person. He went to the greater China area to teach them all these things. So he was acting, and I'm sure there was other people, and I'm sure they came and visited Ripple headquarters and stuff. How is, I just have a question. Here's what I'd be asking at this conference. I'd be like, look, everybody, why doesn't anybody else bring this up? I got a question I learned on Crypto Hulk channel. How is it that Ripple is helping a Chinese communist country develop their cryptocurrencies and stuff, and help them build their crypto platform? I just was wondering if David could answer that question. And how did you get that through security agencies and Department of Defense and stuff? I'm just kind of curious on that, right? People, that there would be like a mic drop moment in that auditorium, and I'd be like, "What? I'm just asking a simple question. It's not a big deal, right? You know, it's 10 years old, so it's not a big deal anymore, right? That's what everybody says. Oh, Crypto Hulk's information is 10 years old. It's not a big deal. Okay, so if it's not a big deal, and in front of everybody, I'd be like, answer the fucking question. It's not a big deal, right? Remember, it's 10 years old. It's not a big deal. How does the United States help a Chinese communist country develop their future financial system? I'm just kind of curious on how you got that through Department of Defense and all that. I'm just wondering. You know, national, not going to say security, going to say agency. But I'm sure it wasn't a big deal to them, right? All right, so please explain to all of us in this room. Oh, by the way, I'd also like to know why no other YouTuber or any other platform in the whole galaxy has talked about this. Why is it Crypto Hulk only? That would be question number 2. And I'd wait for my answer. You know. XR Poseidon asks, and then I got a backup question, David, from XR Poseidon. Why Ripple is being sued when it was really XRP Fund 2? Could you and here's the microphone. Could you please explain that one? Look, it's truly sad that lost people go to this conference and like spend all this money. How sad. They're not even told the truth. Like, they would literally have to kick me out of that conference because I would just be calling bullshit the whole time. It's like, yeah. So these other channels don't have the information you have. So if you're a paid member, you should be proud of that. You really should. That you have a membership to a group of people where they have the most accurate information that's on no other channel, and your money is well spent because it keeps you informed. See, you just saved money by going to that Ripple Las Vegas thing. You probably saved about $1,500. Okay, about $1,000 a person. Think that could buy about 2,000 XRP. And the information you get at this XRP Las Vegas, anyhow, you already know. It's information the government is okay with you having, but they're not okay with you having what's on my channel. That's why the channel gets blocked and all this weird stuff. But they'll do nothing to other channels. So there's your information. Okay, a couple comments. We would get a no comment answer. Yeah, XR Poseidon's like, we would get a no comment. Oh yeah, I'm sorry, I can't answer that question. That's what we get. Somebody smiling. Yeah, sorry, that one we really can't discuss at this time. Oh, why not? What specific? Why can't we answer that? I mean, the United States is really involved in this with that other country, and they want to make it look like they're not. Is that what's going on? Or, well, yeah, I'm just really I can't discuss that. So, like, how much at this conference is like real, and or why can't we discuss freely? Like, we're not talking about overthrowing any particular government or nothing. I'm just want a simple question that a fellow YouTuber crypto enthusiast was talking about. We won't mention his name, CH. Yeah, I can't discuss anything on that program. Anything that particular person talks about, we can't discuss at this conference. Oh, so now it's everything on Crypto Hulk Show. You can't talk about any of it. Yeah, got it. He'll be like, yeah, we can discuss any other YouTuber except that guy. There's a reason for that. Oh, somebody was naughty. Hold on. Somebody. Okay, good. I bumped him up. Somebody just got their channel snatched away from them for saying dumb shit. Thank you very much for your comment. Hey, you were a hero for about 5 seconds there. Congratulations. Robert Driscoll. A lot of questions, not a lot of answers. Then we got Robert Driscoll gave somebody a membership, and that was Shane P. Then we have Paul. Welcome to the entry level membership. And let me check here. Okay, we're caught up there. Yep, Mr. Mister, we had to report him, for the T word. He's going to have some fun trying to get his channel back from YT for that one. Nice info, says Crypto Poppy. Now let's go to, I'm done talking about the Ripple Las Vegas thing. It's just bullshit. All they do there, they're gonna sell a bunch of dumb shit. All the vendors are there trying to buy you just buy this and that. Of course, you got to be a accredited investor. So if you don't have at least $1 million, there's really no reason for you to go to the conference. You're not going to learn at that conference what you're going to learn on my show. That's for show. Let me do a copy and a paste. We'll go to Iran. You're not going to learn anything. You're just going to hear all the information that's passed through all the gatekeepers, and then the gatekeepers will approve. Okay, yeah, there's nothing there. Go ahead and put that in the conference. Go ahead. That's okay. You can say that in the conference. That's not important. You can go ahead and put that in the conference. You're not going to learn anything from that thing. Alrighty then. Here's Iran. Oh, we're going to learn some stuff now. This is what you will not see in the conference. Let's go over this article here. You'll love it. Iran confirms working with Russia on CBDC, tokenized assets for payments. What we got here is this. I always kind of wondered 4 years ago when I got into crypto, I'm like, how are you going to hook up these countries that don't like America? How are you going to get them hooked up with crypto? Because they ain't going to want to do none of that shit. Oh, no. Countries that claim or chant death to America and all that, how are you going to get them to buy in to getting crypto? Oh. And that is, he who is an enemy of the United States is my friend. So you get Russia, and then Iran falls right into their laps. This is what's going on, everybody. It's a brilliant plan. I think it's never could have. I didn't see that one coming. During early 2023, there were reports that Iran was looking to create a gold-backed digital currency to use for settlement with Russia. At the time, Russian law wouldn't support settlement with gold-backed tokens. However, that's changed. Oh, of course it has. Now, Russian newspaper Izvestia spoke to Iran's trade attaché at the embassy in Russia, Rahimi Mohsen. He says the two countries are working together to assess settlements using central bank digital currency and Russian digital financial assets. Oh, really? All of a sudden, things change, don't they? With sanctions, the two countries are locked out of SWIFT for cross-border payments and can't easily trade in dollars or euros. Hence, they have resorted to local currency payments, which may not be ideal. When the topic of the Iran-Russia digital currency arose in 2023, digital financial assets such as tokenized gold were not allowed to be used for payments in Russia. However, last month, Russia passed legislation allowing their use for cross-border payments precisely to skirt sanctions. Let us speed up this article here. They start talking about CBDCs and these sorts of things. Now, I have something to show you. Let me do a copy paste. Maybe somebody at the XRP Las Vegas convention can answer this question for me. Here's this video. I want you to go to the 22-second mark. Here's your evidence. 22-second mark. What do we see here? Ripple Russia. The date's about 2013-14. You have a wallet address. You can easily verify with XRP scan. My question at the Ripple Las Vegas conference is, hey, David Schwartz, when were you aware that Russia became a Ripple partner? Everyone will be like, what? What is that dummy talking about? Is that 10-year-old news? Oh, man. Next, let's go to the 28-second mark. 28-second mark. Well, we see very clearly it shows Ripple Russia right there. If we go, hold on. If we go to the 40-second mark, we can see Ruble Gateway from Z Payment. Now, this is interesting. What Z Payment is a crypto payment system that nobody knows about except us. It's 2014. It's called the Z Payment System. It's called a Ruble Gateway. Russia had a crypto built by, oh, look down here, Ripple Gateway address. It's right there. Oh, look, it's the rippleru.com. That's ripplerussia.com. That's another thing I'd like to, but go to the 46-second mark. 46-second mark, because we got Iran now admitting to working with Russia. So if we go to the 46-second mark, we see Ruble Gateway from Z Payment, 2014, ripplerussia.com. There's a Ripple Gateway address. You can clearly see it. What currencies did they have back then? XRP was called Ripples with an S. You have ZPR, which is ZP rubles, Bitcoin, and then Russian rubles. These are all cryptos right there that in 2014, they actually were showing that it was tested. And then lastly, I wanted to show go to the 1 minute 4 second mark. 1 minute 4 second mark. What do we see here? The Z Payment acceptance and processing system has been operating since 2007 and provides a service for organizing payment acceptance in favor of stores and services, as well as a system of internal interest-free transfers. What do we have here, Crypto Hulk? This is something that we'd like to ask David Schwartz on stage. Hey, David Schwartz, little side question here, just really small, not a big deal. Of course, you're aware of Ripple Russia and how Ripple he's like, I think I'll take the next question. I said, no, I just have a little tiny question. So, David Schwartz, were you the one helping Russia get hooked up with crypto? Obviously, before the war, David Schwartz, because this is like 10 years ago. And then, could you tell us how fast of a crypto service is Z Payment? Because we see that it was invented before Bitcoin. 2 years before Bitcoin, Russia had Z Payments, and this was a crypto platform. We know this. So, David Schwartz, could you tell us a little bit about it? Because obviously you worked for Ripple back then 10 years ago, did you not? Yes, you did. Thanks for letting us know. And so tell us, how did we go from helping Russia to develop their payment system, just like China, and then now like we're at war with them, or, we basically are. Could you explain how that all happened? And then they'll be in that conference. Could you get this guy out of here, please? Oh, man. Fafa doesn't matter. Doesn't matter the industry. Conventions and meetups are the losers and scammers. Very interesting. Next. So we got that one. So Iran and Russia are now utilizing Ripple. It's very clear. Nigeria. This is about Nigeria next. And I have a feeling it's probably going to happen one day in the United States. Outlawing crypto trades. Brian. Brian says, good morning, Hulk. Thanks for all you do for us. It's a lot of work, but that's what I do, I guess, right? Nigeria is poised to outlaw peer-to-peer crypto trading over national security concerns. What did I tell you 4 years ago? I've been telling you for the last 4 years, and people that have been on the show know, the United States is going to declare some kind of national emergency. There's going to be some kind of a catastrophe, a pandemic, if you want to call it that. There's going to be some kind of an emergency in the United States, and we're going to go into some kind of mode, and the president will declare, whatever they declare, and the United States will also start banning cryptocurrency transactions that the government cannot monitor due to national security. Nigeria's national security advisor is set to label crypto trading as a national security threat, signaling an impending crackdown on peer-to-peer crypto transactions. The move follows the decision of at least 3 major Nigerian fintech startups to block accounts involved in crypto dealings and report such activities to law enforcement. Oh, bad boys, what you gonna do when they come for you? According to MoneyPoint CEO, the national security, I'm not going to say agencies, classifications, is expected to pave the way for new regulations banning peer-to-peer crypto trading. This represents a notable shift in regulatory stance. So there's a shift that's going on. The previous administration, Bola Tinubu administration, had previously shown a more lenient attitude toward crypto. December 2023, the Central Bank of Nigeria, so about a year and 4 or 5 months ago, the Central Bank of Nigeria lifted a 2-year ban on crypto transactions. And then here we are about a year and 4 months later. Now they're putting a ban on it again. However, recent months have seen a reversal in this trend, with authorities blaming crypto speculators for exacerbating the volatility of the foreign exchange market. The proposed ban on peer-to-peer trading is based on the central bank's assertion that crypto traders exploit this method to manipulate the Nigerian naira through pump and dump schemes. I'm not going to get into this article anymore. Nigeria is currently using Ripple technology. Let me give you an article for that one. It'll just take me a second to look it up. November. Okay, here's an article here. Let me show you a copy paste. There's your article. Now, this article is November 8th, 2023. What I just read you was December 2023, where Nigerian government kind of opened up the crypto channel. The Nigerian government kind of eased up in December, but we see here in November, Ripple puts out, they have partners in Africa. If we scroll down to the bottom, let's see. Okay. Well, if you look at this article right here, this article is very clear that Ripple took over MFS Africa. I mean, became Ripple's partners with MFS Africa. That changed its name to Onafric. We got PayAngel, PYYPL, and Zazi transfers all mixed up in this. You have 40 African countries in there as well. 500 million mobile wallets. See, Ripple's mixed up in all this, and this is in Africa. At the bottom, they list some of the countries here. But I just wanted to show you how deep Ripple is in Africa. If anything, what the government's trying to do in Nigeria is they want to control people. They want the crypto, but not the anonymous, like paper cash. They would love to get rid of paper cash and go on this crypto system in some of these countries, including my own, because that way the governments then can spy on everything you're doing. They can start locating whose wallet is what. You'll have to have registered wallets. This is how it's all going. Me and you have these private wallets. I think eventually at some point, they'll either stop making them, the governments will order those wallets to cease, or more than likely what they'll do is every wallet will be registered. So when you go to buy a wallet, you'll have to register that wallet, and then it's tied to you, and that way it makes it easy for the government to keep tabs. But this is what's going on in Nigeria, and that will be a sign, in my opinion, on what will happen in a lot of other countries besides just them. And I don't know how long it'll take for the United States. I mean, all we need is in the United States for this to happen is just the current type of administration that is, you know, that wants big government to control everything, and for you to have no freedom, and for the spy agencies to go inside the social media companies and keep tabs on American kind of things. We all know what administrations do that. So it wouldn't surprise me in 5-10 years from now for crypto wallets to be all registered up. Oh yeah, I'd say 5 years, not 10, more like 5. They're gonna make this happen fast. Good morning, NYC XRP Gaucho. Next article, Middle East. Here we go. More evidence. So, look, when you watch my channel, we don't ever talk about price. I mean, it's not like it's a bad thing, but it's just, it's fake. The prices are fake right now. We know that 40%, Chainalysis has taught us this. Chainalysis is the world's probably best crypto forensic company where they can examine ledgers and track crypto transactions and stuff. And they even came out with an article, and we've gone over it on the show, where 40% of the crypto exchanges have incorrect prices on what it actually really is. And that's kind of concerning, because a lot of these channels, they're all switching over to showing chart analysis and all that. It's ridiculous. Now, what Visa has done, I absolutely love it. Visa is working with this new company, and they can take stable coins like Tether, for instance, and Circle and these different things, and tell you if it's real price or not, because Visa monitors that. So I like that fact. That's going to make Tether a lot more transparent, maybe probably put them out of business as well. Next, we have an article here from the Middle East. Let's look at it. What we got going. Now, this article is everything Ripple, okay? Now, for people that are like, yeah, but crypto, why is the price 50 cents and this and that? Okay, very simple. It's not complicated. Right now, if you want to call it, which I don't, but we can call it this, the crypto market is fake. Okay. It's not registered. The government's not regulating anything at all. So it's just all fake. All right. That's number one. Number two, we don't have global crypto regulations. That means governments cannot supervise. In some cases, supervision's good. Would have avoided an FTX failure and Citadel and all these other loser companies. When we have global crypto regulations, that's one. And then we need global crypto tokenization. When we've got those two things, then pretty much you're rich. Because then the banks can get in, the governments can get in, supervise stuff. See, right now, it's not worth it. That's why I don't do anything with my crypto except lock up in a hardware wallet, and that's it. Because there's too many scams and stuff going on now, and it's like we have to wait for those two things. So to answer your question, somebody who's new, why is XRP only 50 cents if they're getting all these deals and stuff? It's because we don't have global adoption. Your questions are very simple to be answered. Okay. This is not complicated stuff. When Bank of America, just giving an example, can't dump 500 million into a particular crypto program or a billion. Bank of America can't dump 50 billion into a particular project or something when all the banks all around the world can't put money into crypto because they don't trust it. There's no regulation. When the tokens are 50 cents, that means we don't have full global tokenization of real world assets. One way that makes cryptos very expensive is if you take real world things like land, buildings, bridges, national parks, all kinds of things, the ocean, gold that's still in the ground, gold that's already been mined, diamonds. When you put all of these things onto a blockchain, which they're doing now, but they're putting it on private blockchains, which later they'll then merge onto the ledger. That's when the flip of the switch happens and XRP goes from 50 cents to 5,000 bucks, 10,000, 20, 30, $40,000. That's how that works. So that's the answer to your question. All of the above that I was talking about. Now, you have the Middle East. They're talking about CBDCs. You got Saudi Arabia, Bahrain. They eye cross-border CBDC. Then you have the IMF getting mixed up in all this as well. You look in this article here. Last week, the World Economic Forum held a Middle East special meeting during which central bank digital currency was discussed. Cross-border CBDCs is a priority for both the Saudi and the Bahrain central banks. Okay, you got the IMF sees potential for a retail CBDC right there. Okay. Now, here's this section here. IMF sees CBDC as contributing to financial inclusion. What do we have here? The Middle East and Central Asia. That's MECA, MECA. Now we're going to start looking up truth bombs here. Remember these things, MECA. Now we're going to get into some evidence. Here's an article here. So we're talking about Saudi Arabia. Here's your first truth bomb. This article is from about 3 years ago. What's the title of this article? Ripple signs new partnership deal with Saudi Arabia. So now we go back to the original article. Middle East, Saudi Arabia, Bahrain, these are all Ripple partners right there. So Saudi Arabia article. That was that one. Here's the next one. Bahrain, Crypto Hawk. They mentioned two countries here. Show us Bahrain's evidence. Hold on. There's Bahrain's evidence. Here's the title. Bahrain, leading payment gateway. Sadat adopts Ripple's X Rapid. There you go. That's in 2018. Next, let me do a copy and a paste here. Now, Garland says something that's very interesting. I've gone over this before. I haven't quite gotten into the deep dive with Ryan Fugger just because it's tough for a lot of people to watch deep dives, so I have to kind of be careful. But if you go back about a year ago in Crypto Hulk, probably less than a year, but right about a year, I do deep dives on Ryan Fugger, and I show you like how it kind of started with him and stuff. And there's some really, really deep divey things I get into with him. That's why I'm telling you, and I've kind of always said, Ripple's not a company. See, like this guy knows, Garland Bernie knows. But what happened, I don't want to get into like the story of Ryan Fugger. It's a fascinating subject, but it's not for the show right now. But I could go back and I could do a show on that dude again. It's fascinating. You'll see how the origins of Ripple came from. It was from like Ryan Fugger and other people in his circle. But anyhow, let me get back onto this show. So here is this. Let me show it again. We do a copy paste. All right, copy paste. And what do we got? Ripple and PYYPL debut the new first in-market service in the Middle East. If we go here, this is a October 2021. You got Ripple mixing up with people. You have MENA, which is Middle East, North Africa. But look at the very bottom of this article that I just gave you right here. Look at the very bottom. PYYPL was ranked the top 10 startups in the United Arab Emirates by LinkedIn. Look at who's involved with this: Middle East and Central Asia. So that's just what we got in our original article. Second paragraph: Middle East, Central Asia, MECA. And now I just showed you that's a tie to Ripple. At the very bottom of this article I just gave you by Business Wire, it shows Middle East and Central Asia, MECA. So now we know that here's another proof that Ripple's mixed up in all that. Now we have this article here. Let me copy and paste. Ripple. Ripple broadens remittances between Africa, Gulf states, United Kingdom, and Australia. See how they're all connected? Now, if we go to the third paragraph, it starts off 3 new blockchain-based corridors will open between UNAFRIC users in Africa. It says PayPal. Okay, then it says Gulf Cooperation Council. That's the GCC, Gulf Cooperation Council. There's your evidence, and it relates to, we go back to the first article again, third paragraph, the Gulf Cooperation Council countries. That's all Ripple. Okay, so here's your article here. You're clearly Ripple broadens remittances between Africa, Gulf states. There you go. So let me click out of that Ripple article. And that's what we got here. That's in the Middle East CBDC Saudi article, the original article 1, 2, third paragraph, Gulf Cooperation Council. All this is this whole article is Ripple. They don't talk about it, but I have all the evidence to show you. We get into Saudi Arabian Monetary Authority. That's all Ripple. Let me take a look. Okay. They talk about Saudi Arabia Monetary Authority. We just got done showing how Saudi Arabia is a Ripple partner, everything in it. Now they start talking about right here where it says Saudi Eyes M Bridge. So there's a project, it's called M Bridge. These different central banks in the world had projects. M Bridge was one, and it was a CBDC project that was done, and it included China and Hong Kong and Thailand. Now, here's your proof. I've already shown you. Let me do a copy and then a paste. If you've been watching the show, you already know that China is a Ripple partner. And if you just stopped in, you can go to the 23-second mark. 23-second mark of the video. What do you see? Ripple China. So there's your evidence for China. Next, the Saudi article talks about Hong Kong's mixed up in what they're doing. Here's your evidence for Hong Kong. Right there. And go to the 25-second mark. 25-second mark. What do you see? Ripple Hong Kong, copyright 2014. So there's that. Next, we talk about Thailand is mixed up in Project M Bridge. The Saudis are talking about that. Look here in this article, Ripple, and it says Thailand's oldest bank are working on cross-border payments. Ripple, and so here we go to the article. Ripple and Thailand's oldest bank. What's the name of it? Siam Commercial Bank. So now there's the Thailand tie-in. They talk about Project Abner. They talk about Project M Bridge, again, working with the BIS. And that's funny. They should mention that because the Bank for International Settlements, well, they're a Ripple partner as well. Here we go. Are you starting to see a coincidence here? Yes. What's this article say, Crypto Hub? The article is dated August 9th, 2023. The title is Ripple is working with Bank for International Settlements on Payments Task Force. You know, brand new people. So that's the BIS tie-in. I'm not going to do any more in this article. I think we already know. You got the Saudis and the Bahrain. You got the IMF's involved in this. They're working on central bank digital currencies. We've talked about the Gulf Cooperation Councils being a member of this, the Middle East and Central Asia being a part of this. Saudi Arabian Monetary Authority is all up in this with M-Bridge. That leads us into China, Hong Kong, Thailand, BIS, on and on. Everybody in this is Ripple. And they're working on a central bank digital currency. It's very clear. Again, to the new people, you should be lucky the price of XRP is at 50 cents. You should be lucky. If you don't have any, now's your chance to get it. Because once this thing, once what happens in Nigeria, making it illegal for people to trade cryptos, it's going to happen here in my country, America, and in your country, wherever you're at. They're going to one day shut it all down because everybody's connected. Every country's connected. When the regulations come in, they're going to shut it down due to national security. You'll see. You'll be like, damn, that motherfucker Crypto Hulk called every single thing that's going to happen. The governments are going to come in. There's going to be like maybe a global, you know what? There's going to be a catastrophe globally. It's going to hit every single country. It's going to get bad. But that's where the crypto comes in. All these countries are going to declare national emergencies. Crypto regulations are going to come in with the quickness. You'll see. Super fast. Boom, 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 boom. And then they're going to have a solution for the financial problem. It's going to be a crypto. Maybe every bank is going to issue a wallet where you can put this new electronic money. Hi, I'm here from the government and I'm here to help you. That's going to happen. Everybody's going to, I bank with Wells Fargo. They'll probably have a special wallet because Ripple invented all these wallets in 2013 with Ripple Singapore. All this was already done. I'm not getting into that. It's another 30 minutes to explain that. Maybe you can go to the Ripple Las Vegas conference and ask David Schwartz to explain Ripple Singapore and how the four Satoshis invented it. Now they had gold, silver, commodities, derivatives, fiat currencies, how they had a debit card to buy. Maybe David Schwartz can explain that at the conference. Something we've never heard of, except for Crypto Hulk channel. I doubt he'll explain that one. But okay. Michael, I don't have date predictions. Like, you can't predict that. You're kind of asking the impossible. The question you're asking is, Crypto Hulk, the most powerful people in the world, what time are they going to do this shit at? Like, do you expect anybody to know that? No, the only person going to know that is the most powerful people in the world. They know when all this stuff goes. I think that'll do it. We're at 1 hour and 3 minutes. And the show is over for today. This is right now, it's 7:36 a.m. on Sunday morning in California here, Pacific time. And what's the temperature, by the way? Let me give you a temperature. That's important too. It was like really cold here. I'm wondering, like, okay, right now it's like 38 degrees, roughly where I'm at. So I'm in California and it's 37 degrees. And today's date is May 5th, Cinco de Mayo, and it's 37 degrees in California. What the hell's going on? And I heard it hailing earlier. I'm like, damn. Now I'm going to go do an arm workout and then think about where I'm going to go for Cinco de Mayo. We'll see on that. I don't know if I'll make a PM show because I'm going to probably be out and about today. That's why I wanted to knock one out early. So I got you a show with a ton of evidence. And I think that will be a wrap. Click out of this stuff. It's definitely a wrap. My name is Crypto Hulk. I'll see you in my next broadcast, which more than likely is going to be Monday morning, May 6th. I'll see you there, 6:30 a.m.